Hey, welcome back. See, I told you I would be here for you. All right, we're on lesson 4. Food labels. Yeah, so many years ago, the Food and Drug Administration said, you know, we don't want big companies to fool you. We're going to demand and require that they put a food label on everything that you buy that's processed. There's no food labels on a banana or an apple and orange. You don't need to do that. Although it does say organic versus non-organic. And that's another conversation we'll have, too, about what makes organic and should you pay a little bit more? Well, I'll tell you now, the answer is yes. You want food that's not been sprayed with pesticide, that's been grown in great soil. One of the biggest problems that farmers have of conventionally grown fruits and vegetables is they've depleted all the soil of nutrients. Well, that means that the apple or orange that's sucking in the nutrients to feed you is no longer there. Crazy annoying statistic. A tomato today versus a tomato 50 years ago. Oh my gosh. It has none of the nutrients that it did 50 years ago. We have so stripped ourselves, so find things that are grown in great soil. That's why I recommended organic, local produce. You really want to get in the habit of feeding your body good food. And the ultimate, start your own little vegetable garden. Grow your own tomatoes, your cucumbers. It's easy to do. If you got kids, it's a great thing to watch food actually grow. Okay, food labels. See, it would be nice if the big companies stuck to the rules, but they didn't. In fact, even if I teach you to read a food label, you have to be Sherlock Holmes. You have to be a detective to figure out what they're actually saying. And is it okay if I give you some inside tips? Okay, so you're going to look at the food label, and it's going to say things like calories. Well, if it's 40 calories, that's a low caloric intake. 100 is moderate. Anything 400 calories and over is a pretty high caloric intake. You want to stay away from something that reads 400 calories. Then you want to look under the ingredients for sugars. See, darn, sugar's called sugar. No, it's also called fructose. It's called maltodextrose. There's like 18 names for sugars, so they can hide things in the label. Now, here's what you need to know. The first ingredient on the label is the biggest one in there. It's the biggest, most amazing, that's what's the biggest ingredient. If you see sugar is number 1, turn and run. Turn and run. Where can you find that? Go down the cereal aisle. Go down the bread aisle. You'll see sugar as number 1. When you put sugar in your body, here's what happens, is it shuts down your fat-burning mechanism. You become a fat-storing machine. So can we make a little agreement here that during the 6 weeks, you're going to try very, very hard to cut out things that contain sugar? It's not that hard to do. And every once in a while, you might cheat. I get that. But remember, if you bite it, write it. Don't forget. See, here's the thing that's going to happen. The first week that you do my Eat Journal, you're going to look at a brownie and you're going to go, because that's one of my favorites. You're going to go, okay, I just want one bite. If I have to bite it, I have to write it. Okay. Maybe I don't want the brownie. This is how I got fit. I said, you know what? Maybe for the moment, I don't want to write it so that I can't eat it. And if you're like me, you found yourself having this little war inside your head, then don't have it. If you do have it, be honest enough to write it down. Because at the end of the week, you say, I haven't lost any weight, and you look and see what you actually consumed, your whole body, your whole nervous system, your whole symbiotic system goes, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. This is the difference between my program and every diet you've ever been on. I don't need to tell you what to eat. I need to tell you what's in food, why food, how food. I've got exercises to make you happy. That's what Eat Journal is all about. But you know. I'm going to trust that you know. Just be honest with yourself. So one last little ninja thing that I need you to be a sleuth about. It says here calories 250. Then it says serving size. And I'll tell you what, I did this exercise with my kids who are now 13 years old. They're about 12 years old. And I got to tell you, their minds were blown when I showed them what's really here. You look at a lot, there's that kind of the drinks that you'll find, it says 70 calories. My son came in and said, Mom, it's only 70 calories. I said, son, look at what it says. It's 2 servings. So that one thing that you think or were led to believe is 70 calories, no, it's 140 calories. Oh my gosh, I don't need 140 calories. No, you don't. That's when you just drink water and you forget all that together. But there's a huge thing in there. In fact, this is one of my all-time favorite stories. Not favorite, because I don't like this story. It's Not Butter, the spray. They tell us that if it's under a calorie, they don't have to list it. Okay, that seems fair, right? If it's under a calorie, what's a calorie? Well, in one of those spray butter things is 999 servings. How many calories are in that? Well, it says there's 0 calories in it. But that's not true. It's 0.9. So even if it was 1 calorie, there's 1,000 calories in that whole thing. But the government doesn't say you have to say that. It says 0. So you were adding all of this to your diet all along, and you didn't know you were doing it. Hopefully it's a little eye-opening going, I need to be a sleuth. You need to be very, very careful about what you put in your body. So I want you to read. I want you to look for fiber and protein and carbohydrates. I don't want you to be overwhelmed by any of this. So all I really want you to do, sugar the first one, put it down. See how many servings are in something. If it looks like it's tricky, don't do it. And lastly, if it says low fat or reduced or any of those words, that's marketing designed to trick you. Uh-oh, are the big companies coming to get me? I hope not. I need you to know that. That's how it changed my whole life. I figured out what they were doing, and I got smart, and I'm here to help you do that. Okay, so my question is, have you started to journal yet? I want you to journal every day. And then there's those exercises. So when I come back, I'm going to talk about what do these exercises do for your mind and your body and your spirit. And come on, let's get happy. That's my next lesson. No, trust me, that's the next one.